Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's live YouTube session brought to you by BISP Solution, your trusted partner in Oracle EPM Cloud, BI, and Advanced Corporate Performance Management Training. At BISP Solution, we believe in empowering professionals and organizations with the right skills and knowledge to make the most of Oracle powerful cloud application. This Our sessions are designed to bridge the gap between the theory and the real world application, making learning simple, practical, and impactful. So, today we will be focusing on a very important topic in the Oracle Tax Reporting Cloud Service, that is the TRCS, the managing data and ways of loading data. We will explore different approaches like the DRCR split, that is a debit credit split, the multi-column, multi-period, and also how EPMAutomate works. By the end of this session, you will have a clear understanding of not only how data is managed within TRCS, but also the practical method of load data effectively for reporting and compliance. So stay tuned, stay engaged, and let's begin our journey into today's topic with BISP solution. So, first of all, I would like to say that in managing data, it's not we are not talking about the metadata here. We are talking about the additional data that we have to actually uh, input in our application or put it in our application. So here we have this slide, which is actually additional. Here means the data through what modes it can actually be inserted. It's just like debit credit split, multi-column, multi-period, and loading data through EPMAutomate. So this slide introduces us the idea of Oracle TRCS, where managing data is not just about number, it's about connecting data from multiple business areas or key sources of data. So first it helps us in financials, that is that including the data from accounting system, that is the general ledger and financial statements. In TRCS, financial data is the foundation for calculating provisions, deferred tax, and reporting. For example, your company's profit before tax come from the financial module. We can take another example, that is of workforce. Here the employee related data such as salaries, benefit, and tax deduction. This is important for calculating payroll, etc. Related tax expenses. Example are like track provision for employees benefits. Next we can say that in this point we are talking about salaries. So in this session we are also gonna study about supplemental data, which is actually somewhat relating to it. It's gonna tell us the about that if the salary amount is 10,000, then how that 10,000 amount is coming, what are the salaries that you are giving under that 10,000. For example, there are 2 employees, you are giving 5,000. So under supplemental data we are going to enter that. So let's get started with our session. So first of all, that what here is the additional data. Alright, so sometimes when we load data into TRCS, or not everything fits perfectly from the source system, like there can be ERP, general ledger, or any other system. There may be some extra information we need to add that is specific to tax reporting. This extra information is called the additional data. Think of it as adding a note or extra detail to your main report. These could be manual adjustment, such as when the auditor asks to increase or decrease the tax provision. It could also be special tax entries that don't exist in the financial system but are needed for tax calculation. We can say that, let's say your financial system shows you a 10 lakh income, but the law requires adding back a non-deductible expense of 50,000, and extra 50,000 adjustment is loaded as additional data. So here that 50,000 can be a data which is not entered in our application itself. So we are gonna study that how we are gonna actually load that data. So first we will start with our multi-column. So here the multi-column refers to that we can load many accounts or data points in one file. Each column in the file represents a different account or measure. It saves time because instead of loading one account at a time, you can load multiple accounts together. When we upload this one file, TRCS will take out all the 4 sets of data at once. 4 or 5 or how many sets of data. We can take an example right here. This is a multi-column example. In this Excel sheet, we see that there is account, entity, and 3 jurisdictions with its amount. So here there are different accounts, 3 different accounts under a same entity. Here is the entity LE101, that is our production, and we have 3 regions, not regions, 3 nations under the jurisdiction, which is US, UK, and Canada. So here are all the amounts. So multi-column means there are different column for different there are different section under 2 or more same dimensions. Like this is all that we can say is jurisdiction, and this is all the amounts under it. So these are collapsing. So how to load this data? So we will go to our application. Under application, we will go to the navigation. Under navigation, we will go to data management. If it doesn't load, you can just close it once and reopen it again through navigation and data management under the integration. This time it should actually load itself here. So let's move on with it. Here we will go to the setup. Under setup, we started from the integration setup, as we've already discussed in the last class. So from import, we will go to our first step, that is our import format. We will create and add a file. We will name it multi-column, multi_column. Then here the file type will be multi-column numeric data. So here we have multi-column numeric data. Then the source will be our, we will just reset it from here and search again. We have our TRCS max. Then we will go to our target. We'll reset it and refresh it. It will be our TRCS. Okay. Now under this, we are gonna save it. Now the mapping section has been unlocked. You can see right here. So in the last class, we have seen a few actually of mapping under this multi-column mapping, but now we have all the entity, currency, and identifier, intercompany, etc. So I'm going to tell you how to handle these if they are actually not, you haven't actually pulled it out of the mapping itself, or how to actually put the data in it. So starting with the first one, here we have our account in number 1. This is the column 1, that is the accounts. So here we will go to account, here it is column 1, multi-column numeric data. Okay, save. Here it is. Okay, source column, then we will put the account in it. Then we have amount in our third box, that will be, we will save as 3. We'll copy the amount and paste it right here. We will save it once so it don't create an error. Then we have our jurisdiction, that is in our third box itself. Then what else do we have? We have our entity in the box 2. Then we will save this again. Now these are all the remaining sections which we have to fill up, but before that, you can see here that the amount section and the jurisdiction sections are collapsing. So under our application, here we will go to our amount section. Under this pencil, you can see under the add expression, we are going to add one expression. Here the expression type will be the driver. That means the jurisdiction is driving all the amount. So here we will took jurisdiction. Here under the we will go and find our members. Then here we will refresh the list once. Okay, we have our jurisdiction. We will actually drop down the jurisdiction under the total jurisdiction, then all nations. Then we can see here what we have US, UK and CA. We'll select US, we'll add it. We have UK, we will add it. We have Canada, we will add it. Then we will click OK. Then from which column to which column it is? It is from third column to our fifth column. So here we will, in this section under columns, we will go it from third comma 5. Then we will press OK. This is what the expression we have generated. Here the driver is jurisdiction and it's driving all the amounts under the entity and the accounts. Here the members are US, UK and Canada, and it's from what to what column it is? It's from third to its our fifth column, right? So now to the next one. Next step. Under this, now we have these empty boxes that we have no data about. So how we are going to tackle it? So you just have to copy it and you have to give the same number as that has been repeated up here. If you don't have the data for all these things, then you can actually add, like we have given the account when we can go for 1. Then we have actually our data source. We can copy it, we can paste it for 1. We will save it once. Then for the from currency, we are going to copy it, we are going to paste it, then we are going to give it the number 2 as it is for entity and we don't have any currency information, so it's not going to clash. Then we have 2 right here. Then we have our intercompany, and we have 2 right here. We'll save it. Okay, now to the next one, we have our jurisdiction that we have already put here, the expression here in the amounts. Then we will go to our movement. This is a 3. Then we have our multi-gap. Then we can also name it 3. Then we will save it once. Now as we have saved, we can just go that we haven't left anything. So 1 is our account that we have already put, second is our entity that we have already inputted, and our third is the jurisdiction and the amounts under it. So we have actually covered all the area. Now we have saved it. Let's save it once again. We can refresh it so that we can see that all data is actually feed in it or not. We have a multi-column right here under this. Now we will create a location. We'll go to the location, then add. Under add, we are going to name our file. We will give it a short form, that is multi-column underscore training. Now for import format, we will reset it and search again. We have a multi-column right here. See, it's telling the source is TRCS max and target is TRCS. We will save it. Now our location has been created, so we will move to further step, that is a data load map. Now under here we will set our location. We will reset it and search again. Under this we have our multi-column underscore training. Then OK. We have taken our period, that is our we can say the December or the March, which the P12 we would like to actually denote it to, year 2024 and category actual. Select OK. Then we will give it a like mapping. So under account we have the account data, so we will give it a star and rule name A1. We will save it. We'll move to our configurations. Now under configurations we will add one more another actually source. Here we don't have the source configurations right here, so under this we will put a star, and in our target value we can actually say that the rule name C1. Okay, then we will put our target value from we will first go to our application Under application we are gonna go on the overview, or you can actually do it from here, right here, from create and manage dimensions. Then under dimensions you can go to configurations, under configuration TRCS configurations, and then we can copy this one. You have to actually copy this exact one where you are feeding the data. The location should be exact or it will create an error. The more error you create, the harder it is, the log file is to read. So now to the next one, we will save it. Now to the next one is the data. We can actually leave data. Then we will go to a multi-gap. With C, and the multi-gap, the system already has generated itself, that we don't need to actually generate it from here. It's auto generated, it means it's automated through it. So let's move further. And before that, the movement. So here the movement is FCCS no movement, and we don't have movement in our Excel sheet too. So now the jurisdiction, we do have the jurisdiction, so we can't choose no jurisdiction. So we will go to our application itself. Instead of application, my bad. Instead of going to application, we can just put a remove it and put a star right here, and instead of the rule name system generated, we will put J1. Here I am giving the you can choose any rule name as you like, but I am actually choosing the first word, that is the prefix of this jurisdiction, that is J, and 1. If I have one more jurisdiction, if for example there is some dimension that starts with J, I am gonna give it J2 according to me. Then we have intercompany, add, we are gonna add a star, then we are gonna say I1. Then the target value, we are gonna go again for application. Under the dimensions we have intercompany, we are gonna drill down in the FCCS no intercompany. You actually have to use your shortcut key, that is Ctrl C to copy it, as you can't right click and copy it. Then we will paste it here, we will save it. Then we will go to the identifier, same as we have done in the intercompany, we will add a star. Then we will rule the name, that is, I have already used I1, so here I am using I2. Then in a target value, again going on my application, under identifier, drop down the TRCS identifier and TRCS no identifier. Gonna save it again. Then the from currency, we will add a star again. This is FC1. Under our application, we will go to the from currency. Then he will choose the entity currency. We will save it. Now the next one is the entity. Under source, we are gonna add a star, then a star, and then here we will add E1. Data source is already there, we have actually not put anything in the data. So we have our account right here, jurisdiction, and our entity. We have saved it. We will now go to data rule, data load rule. We will add one. Let's actually reverse the name. Here we will use TRCS underscore MC, that is multi-column training. So here the import, we are going to choose the import form, that here we can see is our multi-column. Then we will save it. We are go to our file selection now, and we will upload, choose a file. Here's my file location for multi-column, then OK. I'm gonna choose my multi-column, then OK. Here you can see that the multi-column file has been selected. Select, we'll save it, and then we are gonna execute the process. Here I have imported from the source, exported to the target, start with P1224 to P1224. Run. Now you can see the process under the process detail. Other you can see it on the data load workbench. We can refresh it once. As you can see, here's the running status. You can see import data from the multi-column loading and multi-column underscore loading .csv for period P1224. It is transformed stage. Now it is exporting data to the consolidated application. We are gonna refresh it once and wait for the process. It can take some time to load. So if you have different, actually we can take this example of, you have different jurisdiction and under which you have different amount for different accounts or the entities under it. So we are going to use the method to load the additional data, that is multi-column. See, all the things are actually completed except the creation of drill. Drill is that the drill down that we are actually gonna study it, but you can also shut it down if you don't need it while actually loading the data. Here under the custom option or the target option, here you can see is create a drill region. You can say that you don't need it, then it is no, select no. Now when you will load it, it won't create a actually it won't create the error this that create drill region, HPL drill regions failed, right? So this was all about the multi-column. Now I'm gonna start with the multi-period. So let's close it and start with our another practical. Here we have multi-period. Okay, so here we can see that the entity are same, accounts are same, some of the amounts are same, but here we have added, instead of jurisdiction, here are period and years. So this means when you are entering multiple data for a different or specific period, so multi-period is used for that. Like here you have period P3, P4, P5 for 2024, right? So now we will move with it. We will close this. Now we are go to our application. Under application, first of all, we have to create a period. But before starting with this, we will actually go through the DRCS split, which is same as multi-column. But there is just a difference that instead of field number, we have to actually tell there that from where it is starting and what is the length. So I'm gonna discuss it also. So before the multi-period, we will go with DRCS split. That is a debit credit split. Alright, so here we will open our debit credit split. It is in a TXT form. Here you can see, here we have account, here we have entity, we have our debit balance, and we have our credit balance. So first of all, we will go to our dimension, we will go to our application, then home, then through navigation we will go to the data management. Now under data management, we will go to our setup. Under setup, we will go to the integration setup, choose import format, create a new format. We will name it drcr underscore split. Alright, so here its file type should be actually numeric, actually fixed numeric data. We have it, numeric data. Okay, fixed numeric data. So here our source will be, we will reset it and search. We have TRCS max. Then here our target will be TRCS. We are gonna save it. Then here we have the source column where we have to put the name. Here we have a start and length and expression. So we are actually gonna study it, but first start with the basics itself. So we have account here. So we are gonna copy it, Control C, Control V. Now from which point it start? So here it start from 1. The account start from 1. So we will put 1 here. Then in length, we'll go that how much from point 1 it is stretched to how much, till what numeric value. Then it is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So its length is 5. Now the next one is our amount. We are going to copy it and we are going to paste it. Then here our amount is from this. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here the space we also count 1. So that means 5. Space is 6. L is 7. E is 8. 1 is 9. 0 is 10. 1 is 11. Space is 12. And 2 is 13. So it starts from 13. And what is its length? The whole amount's length. So here it is. It's from 2500 to the 4 zeros here. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, counting the space 5, and then 4 zeros. That means it's 4 plus 4, 8 plus 1, 9. So here we are gonna put 9. Then we don't have configuration, so we are gonna leave it empty right now. Here we have account, amount and entity. So we will move on to entity. So under entity, from where the entity is starting, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Entity starting from 7 and it is actually 5 numeric long. So here we will go to our entity. It's starting from 7. It's 5 numerical value long. So here we will put it. Then under here we have to actually, you can see how the application is gonna actually make the difference between that which amount is debit and which amount is credit. So we have to put expression. So we are gonna again come here and under amount we are gonna add expression. Here the expression type will be fill. Okay, let me save it first. Then let me go for the amount. Okay, now we get it. If you don't get the actually expression type, then you have to save it, then try it. Then we have the debit credit split. From which point it's actually started to split? It's the, we'll go to a notepad. It is from, we have actually put the 9 length. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's splitting from 5th value. So on the application you go and here add 5 and then put OK. Here you can see debit credit split equals 5. Now I will copy the configurations. Data source, we'll put starting from 1, add is at no length, we will save it as 0, we'll save it one. See, if you don't save it one by one, you will get a error like this: enter a value for both start and length. I actually have already put the configurations in the source column. Start is 1 and length is 0, and here I have put the data source, and then I have start is 1 and length was 0, but I didn't save it one by one, I saved it all at once, so it gave me an error. So we will first of all close it and we will reopen it again, so that we can see that is there any other thing that we have made a mistake. So under setup, import format, we have a DRCS split. Under DRCS split, we have our entity, we have our amount, we have our accounts. Fine. So now we will actually go for configurations again. We will put the configurations again. This is 1, this is 0, then we are gonna save. Then under data source, I wanna put data source, we are gonna put 1, this is 0, we are gonna save. Then for the currency, this will be 1, this will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 0. And we will copy paste our intercompany. We will give it 1, its length is 0. Same with the jurisdiction of movement. See, I didn't save it, so it gave me a same error. So I will go on, refresh the data, go on the DRCS split again. What we have to copy is the jurisdiction. It will be 1, it will be 0, and we will save. So if it creates, like if I have done one by one, so you don't have to actually be scared that it's actually occurring again and again. If you are doing it one by one, you will just have to close it, go to our navigation, open the data management again. Under data management, here we have our import format. Now you can try it again from right here. That will be our jurisdiction, this will be 1, this will be 0, and we will save it. See, now it's actually happening. We'll put 1 and we'll put 0. It is actually a time consuming process, but as time actually goes, I think they are gonna bring new updates to fix it up. So here we are gonna take 1 and here we are going to put 0. I'm gonna save it. See, now all the data has been filled. Now we will go to our location. Now under location, add a new location. Then we will add the name, as we have actually added. Here we are gonna add DRCR underscore training. Then we have our import format, reset and search. We have our here multi-column. We have our DRCS split right here. See, the source and target that you have set it into the import format already actually had came here. So we will now save it. Now in the workflow, we will go to our data load mapping. Reset it, search. We have our DRCR training, load. Okay, now we have what we have account, entity and amount. So this is the same procedure as the multi-column. Whatever we have, we are going to do light mapping. That is, we will go to a like, then add. Under data source, we are going to add a star. Under this, we are going to add a star and we are going to name it, this is A1, right? We will save it up. Then we will go to our entity, we will add we will add a star, then add a star, and here we will name it E1 and we will save it. So moving next we have our is amount. We don't have an amount section, so here we are gonna add a star, and here's the C1. We will go to what we copied back. Under this we have the TRCS no configurations. We will save it. Then next is our data, that we will leave it. Under data source we have already the FCC's managed data. Then from currency we're gonna add, star, we're gonna set a rule name that is FC1. Then under that we are gonna go and put the value. That is our entity currency right here. We are gonna save it. Then under this the identifier add. You can actually remove it from the application itself via going in our navigation if you need to. Under application you can go here, then under here data exchange. If you don't need those boxes which doesn't have data, then on application we have a TRCS right here. If you don't need it, you can just remove it from there. You can even actually disable and enable the create drill region from right here, so it won't give you the error, right? So let's continue with the process here. Then here under the identifier we have TRCS no identifier, and we have I1. We'll save it. Then we have intercompany, add, we have star, then we have no intercompany. As I have already given the rule name I1, I'm gonna give this I2. Then we have a jurisdiction, we have a movement and multi-gap. These are already predefined, so we don't have to do it. So now next we will go on the data load rule. We will add, under data rule we are going to give it a name, that is our DRCR underscore split underscore training, right? So here our import format will be DRCR split. Now we will select our, before selecting our file we will just save it once, then we will select our file, we will upload it, choose a file. Here we have our DRCR split. We will open it up, press OK, select it, save it once, and then execute. Here I have imported from the source, exported to the target, and we have already have the period starting and ending. Then we will run it. See, here we have a process ID 82. It's actually processing. We can go to the process. You can see here we can't actually create a drill. We have also have an error, so we can go to it. We will click on open the file. Under this we are gonna go and see that from which point the data has been given as a warning, or from where all the error is happening. So here we can see we have one error, drill region was not created, warning, the export step has not. We will go up, the export step has not been, warning, the import step has not been completed for P12 24. That means under it we either